love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, so I'm making lunch. And I figured while I make lunch, this is what I'm making. While I make lunch, I can talk to you guys about my breastfeeding journey. So I did the math, and I spent over 300 hours attached to a pump. That's equivalent to like 7.5 to 12 full days of pumping nonstop. And like I said in my other video, I didn't get my milk in right away because of the C-section, and I expected that. I also looked at the milk that I was able to pump back then and freeze, and if I'm not mistaken, it was from April 16th or April 12th or something like that. That was when my milk came in, the first part. Hold on, let me see. And well, I was able to get her to latch on, and she preferred one side only, so I was producing more milk on one side more than the other, which was fine as long as she was getting milk. And then I was just enougher, so I wasn't overproducing and I wasn't underproducing. I was producing just enough for every feed. Sometimes she would want a little bit more, then I would supplement with formula. And I was also okay with that too, because it's about the bigger picture. As long as my baby is getting fed, everything else, you know, you just have to roll with the punches, go with the flow. I forgot to put salt in before I put this in there. Oh well. But yeah, so I use 4 different pumps, and the pumps I use them for different occasions or whenever I need to switch it up a little bit. So the first pump I use is this pump right here. It's the NCVI, I believe that's what it's called. And this is the one with the battery pack. It's chargeable, but it's handheld. So you have to hold it like this and just be stationary for 15 to 20 minutes. And there's 9 different modules. I forget what it is. I'll put it up on the screen. I forget exactly what it is, but it's really good. And this is what I was using to pump for the very first time. I was able to graduate a little bit later, maybe a month later, to the portable battery packs, and I really didn't like those. Those were very irritating. I didn't like the way it felt, and I just stopped using it. It was collecting dust. I stopped using it and I was done with it. And then I looked up a different set of pump, or a different type of pump, I should say, and I found these Haka pumps. They're silicone, and they're supposed to be used for collection. So like if she's nursing on one side and I have letdown coming on the other, it's supposed to be used to catch the left side or the other side, whatever side it is. And I haven't been using it for that. I have been using it as actual pump. So I would squeeze them on, make sure I get a good suction, and I would just massage around my breast and let the milk just come out. And once I get the right amount of suction, the right amount of massaging, it just comes out like streams. And I pour it out, then I do it again just to make sure I got everything out. And I've heard mixed reviews about it. Some people use it for in place of a pump, and some people use it just for collection, and some people say it will decrease your supply. Some people say it hasn't done anything one way or another. Some say that it's increased. For me, it hasn't done anything one way or another. It's just another pump, or another version of a pump for me to use to breastfeed. And then I got tired of that, and then I purchased the manual pump. So it just comes with one. Oh, I have it right here. I have it right here. I'm gonna post all the different ones I use, but it's this one here. It's quiet when it's dry. It does have that sound, and at night it is kind of loud, and she's sensitive to certain sounds at night. She can listen to music. She likes the Prince concert, listening to music. She likes her white noise, If you're talking at a normal, you know, pitch, it's fine. But if you're whispering, or if you're shuffling papers, or you're trying to be quiet, or it sounds like this, she's gonna wake up. So I have to be careful when I use this at night, because I don't want her to wake up. But I'm gonna burn my food because I can't multitask. I'm doing like 3 things at one time. But I really like the flow I get from this. I feel like I use this after I pump. I'll put these on real quick just to make sure I got everything out. Okay, I had to get baby girl because she was crying. She was fussy. Here. So, hopefully I remember where I left off. I think I was talking about the Haka. Oh, the other one. I forget what it's called, but it's the manual pump. And I would use that to collect whatever, just to make sure I'm fully emptied. And then someone told my mom that I should start using the portable battery pump again. And I was like, no, I don't like it. I used it enough. I'm good. I don't have to use that. My feelings about it aren't going to change. And she was like, she told her to just try it. Just try it again. Try it on the lowest settings, switch it around, play with it a little bit. And I finally did that same day. I put it on, and exactly how I felt, instant, like just rage, kind of, just like just frustration, I should say, not rage, it's frustration. And just the sensation that it was giving, I just did not like it. It made me feel touched out. It made me feel overstimulated, irritated. Just, I associated it with a negative, just in general, overall, just negative feelings. But I stuck with it. I was able to get a good amount of milk from it. I kept using it, and because I was producing more milk, I think mentally I was more pleased with the amount of milk I was getting from the machine than how irritated it made me feel. So the result outweighed the feeling that it gave me. So I started using that. And then I was exclusively just using that pump, or that, you know, the device. And I have no complaints. The only complaints I have about all of the pumps are that you have to take them apart piece by piece, clean them, sterilize them, put them back, let them dry, put them back together, use it, and just do it all over again. So it can be very tiresome. So it's always good to have help, just to take something off your plate, you know, because it's a lot. But if I had to rate them all, the first pump I mentioned, I would give that, out of 5, I would give that 4, because it has many different options, different modules, different suction speeds. It has a really good battery life. It charges really quick. You can use it while it's charging. The only downside to it is you have to sit in one place and use it, or purchase these special bras with the slits in it that you can put it in, and you can move around a little bit more, but you still have to carry that battery pack. But I would give that a 4 out of 5. And I might be a little bit biased because that was the machine I used where I was able to get my milk for the first time. So, but yeah, there was nothing that I needed to be doing anyway because I had a C-section. So sitting down in one place, being stationary, was not, you know, a terrible thing. I wouldn't use it as much now. Like I said, each one has its purpose. Each one does something different. I get something out of it different than I do the others. But the second pump I mentioned, the battery pack, in the beginning, that was definitely a 1 out of 5. Like, I hated it. I didn't like it. Using it again, knowing what I know now, I definitely will give that about a 3 out of 5, only because even though it's stationary and you can move around, you're still limited, because if you tip over too much, it can leak out. When you release the suction, it still leaks. So there's more. That's the one that I have the most leaking with whenever I'm operating it. And the cleanup, like you can't just rinse it out. You have to take apart each part, each section, it has like 4 or 5 different components to each one. And so that's that. And then the Haka pumps, that I really like. The only thing is you have to work for it. So you have to massage, you have to squeeze, you have to resuction, you have to be careful. Many times I've forgotten that I had it on and I was doing something, or I just didn't resuction and it just, the weight of the milk made it drop. Milk everywhere. It happened to me at night when I was nursing her. I had it suctioned on and we both fell asleep, and it released the suction, and as soon as I moved or tried to readjust, I forgot it was there, and milk everywhere. None got on her, but it was milk everywhere. Wasn't it? Yes, it was. And then another time I used it, I was sitting on the couch and I was using it, but I was so focused on one side that the other side released the suction and it just fell in my lap, and I tried to catch it, but I just made it worse and it just spilled everywhere, all over the floor. That day I could have cried because it was just a long night. It was overwhelming for me, and I'm just enough, you know, when it comes to producing the milk. So I can't waste the drop. I can't afford to waste a drop. I gotta wait another 3.5 hours, 4 hours for me to pump again. Yeah, but we got through it. We're still learning things. And then so I would give that pump, I'll give that a 3 out of 5 also, because of what I just explained, that you have to work for it. But it really does come in handy at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning when I need to pump, but I don't want to make noise. So I can just put the suction on and massage it. I'm tired, but the likelihood that she will wake up is very slim. She'll probably toss and turn because I'm moving around, but it's not going to wake her up. And then the last pump that I talked about, I'll give that about a 4 out of 5. I wish it came with 2 in a pack, but I haven't bought another pack because, you know, I can just use the Haka on one side and use that one on the other. And I've used that in the middle of the night also, and it works really good. I get a lot of milk out quickly. I can control the flow and the speed and the letdown, and I could just switch when, you know, when I need to. But overall, my breastfeeding journey has been a journey. You know, some nights she'll wake up once a night, twice a night, sometimes 3, and we'll use all 3 bottles. Sometimes she'll just be kind of actively sleeping, not really waking up, but tossing and turning. And yeah, this is our little journey. Yeah, but we're getting through it. We're learning as we go. I'm not going to be too hard on myself these days. But yeah. Oh, I also want to mention the pump that has the battery, and then the stationary NCVI or whatever it is. Those are the ones I take to work, and I use those to pump at work. I pump every 3 hours, no longer than 4. And I put it in these little baggies, and then I put them in the freezer at my job, and I leave a little note for myself on my computer to grab my book before I leave. And I put it in our little cooler pack, and I head home. And yeah, and she is just making toots. You making toots? You feel better? You had gas? Yeah, you had gas. She's smiling. You had gas. And she's so long. She is 3 months. Yeah. You making toots. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I love you. I love you. I love you. You making toots. You let it all out. You do what you need to do. Yes, ma'am. Mwah. Mwah. Mommy kisses. You still pooping? Yeah. Yeah. That's you. That's you. Yeah. There we go. So I don't have anything else to talk about right now. We'll see you guys later in the next video. bye. Say bye. Okay.